How would your life change if you doubled your earnings? That's my question for you this morning. I asked it to my client this last week, and his response, without much time of thought, was, well, my life wouldn't change that much. He quickly referenced some of the research that has been thrown around, which is something like beyond $70,000 a year. Any additional money doesn't really translate to more happiness. I'm not disputing that. That might be true. But what was evident in his response was, and which we later found out, was that his life would change significantly if he doubled his earnings, significantly for the better, in ways that would allow him to pursue projects that he deems truly meaningful. But prior to having that conversation, his narrative around this was one which was good for a day-to-day narrative, let's face it. I mean, we don't want to be sitting in a state of lack in relation to our earnings. And so where he was a virtuous place, a place of acceptance, a place that says, okay, this is actually more than enough, and I'm quite happy with my life. So, no, I'm not in favor of pushing for more, overwork, not being happy with what we have. No. What I am in favor of is consider how your life would be different if you doubled your earnings. Consider what meaningful things you could be doing. And to do this for two reasons. One, to bring those meaningful things into your life. And the second is how powerful it is when we take this idea that we're going to double our earnings, because immediately what emerges after that is, quite quickly, is the beliefs about whether that's going to be possible or not. And the previous space is one where we may think, well, I don't really have limiting beliefs. But when we set ourselves that kind of audacious challenge, those things crop up. And when they do, it's a fantastic opportunity to learn, to grow, to expand, to shed that which is no longer relevant for us. And so, as an example, I would say, how much time would it take you to double your earnings? What's your belief around that? Most people will accept that it's possible within a period of 10 years. Okay, so it's possible. Cool. 5 years? 3 years? 1 year? 6 months? Where's your threshold? And what conversations are you having with people that might offer you a different insight to bring that time frame earlier? And why not? We're all in this grand experiment of figuring out where we can add the most value, where we can refine our niche, where we can gain more confidence in the very unique ways in which we add the most value and in the ways in which we are most trusted. And almost always, there's quite big potential sitting out there. So that's my provocation today. How would it be in your life if you doubled your earnings?